Now that we are better with factoring and we can factor almost anything, number 2, solve each equation by factoring. Okay, so again, if you're going to solve by factoring, really the only strategy I've given you right now is the zero product property. So I'm going to take a look at number A, or letter A, and I'm going to go, okay, first of all, if I want to get to my zero product property, I better have this thing equal to 0. So step 1, get it equal to 0. I'm going to subtract 10x. Now, can you actually subtract 10x from an x cubed or an x squared? No, you can't. So we're just going to write them separately. 2x cubed plus 8x squared minus 10x equals 0. Now, if we're going to solve this by factoring, keep in mind solve means find some value for x that when I put it in there, I'm going to get 0. The first thing I'm thinking is 0. If I put 2 times 0 cubed plus 8 times 0 cubed minus 10 times 0, I'm going to get 0. So I know at least one solution is 0. But there's probably more, and we need to find them. So if we're going to do this by factoring, first term is positive. Is there a greatest common factor? Yes. All of these can be factored out by a 2x. So 2x, and then what's left over? We have an x squared, we have plus 4x, we have minus 5. Keep your equal 0 on there just so we can be absolutely correct. Now from there, I'm going to look at what's inside, and I have a trinomial. So trinomials, graphic organizer, negative 5 times 1, add to 4. So if we're multiplying to negative 5, we don't have a lot of options here. It's probably 5 and 1. And then I need a positive 4. So 5 minus 1 is 4. And 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Rewrite your middle term. 5x, negative 1x. 5x minus x is 4x. So we keep going. Drop your negative 5. Drop your x squared. Grouping. Out of the first two, I can get an x. Left over, x plus 5. Out of the second two, I can get a negative 1. Left over, x plus 5. Out of both of those, because my parentheses are the same, I can get an x plus 5. Record your x plus 5. Left over, you have an x. You have a minus 1. Don't forget about your GCF. Bring down your 2x. And then keep in mind what you're trying to do here, okay? If you were trying to factor, you're done. That is a beautiful factor. But this said solve, meaning tell me what x is so that when I stick it back in, I get 0. Well, 0 product property, except this is the extended version. Instead of a times b equals 0, I have a times b times c. But at least one of them has to be 0. So 2x could be 0. X plus 5 could be 0. Or x minus 1 could be 0. On the first one, we're going to divide by 2. X is 0. And remember up at the beginning, I said that it's probably 0 because if you multiply everything by 0, you're going to get 0. Well, there's my solution. But then there's 2 more solutions that I didn't see. Minus 5. X equals negative 5. Add 1. X equals 1. There are 3 solutions that would make this work. Next one, letter B. X cubed minus 25x equals 0. Okay, so the good news, it's equal to 0. Bad news, it's not factored. So, factor. Leading term is positive. Is there a GCF? Yes. Both of these can at least simplify down by an x, which leaves me an x squared minus 25. Is that factored completely? No. X times x, 5 times 5. So, That's going to factor into an x and an x and a 5 and a 5. One's a plus, one's a minus, and then don't forget to bring down your x. Is that factored completely? Yeah, but it's not solved yet. Okay, again, if we go back up here, you're trying to figure out what can I put right here so that I get 0. Well, again, I'm looking at it going probably 0. 0 cubed minus 25 times 0, that'll probably do it. But there's probably something else. So 0 product property, now that we have it factored, x equals 0, x plus 5 equals 0, x minus 5 equals 0. First solution, right there, x is 0. Minus 5, x equals negative 5. Add 5, x equals 5. Again, there are 3 solutions.